Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to create a Nearpod presentation in this little video. So the first thing we need to do is go to nearpod.com. We're going to hit login. Alright, and if you have an account from last year, it's going to be the same username and password. If you were not here last year, you will need to change your password. Mr. Flanagan has a default password for everyone, so I will post that on how you log in, because everyone has a school account with your school email address. And when you log in, you will see 5 different tabs. You'll see My Library. That's where all your published Nearpods go. You'll see Explore. That's where you can find pre-made Nearpods that you can purchase, and some of them are free as well. Join is where you're going to, if you have a pin and you want to join a Nearpod as a student, and you could also do this for your presentation station during class, and you could have it up on the smartboard. If you hit create, that's how you're going to create a Nearpod. And reports is where you find all of the saved data from any Nearpod presentation you've done. It automatically saves all of your data, which is great, and you can go back to review it for grades or just reviewing what the students' responses were. So the first thing we're going to do is create. So we need a Nearpod. So we're going to hit create. All right, you see all my Nearpods here. We're going to hit new presentation. Okay, and it gives you this blank presentation with these 2 default slides. Let's say we want to add some PowerPoint slides first. It's always a good way to start that way. It's something familiar, and then we can make it more interesting. So I have my PowerPoint right here, and it's just a boring couple of slides, but we're going to make it an interesting Nearpod. So we have it here. In order to put it in Nearpod successfully, we should save it as a JPEG or an image. So we go to Save As. All right, and I'm going to save it to my desktop so I can find it easily. And you're going to go to Save As Type, and we're going to change it to JPEG right here. Okay, it's going to automatically pop up and ask if you want to save every slide or just the current slide. We want to save every slide as a JPEG. All right. Now we go back to Nearpod over here, and I want to add those slides in. So we hit add, and then we're going to add content, and you can see all the options here. We have slides, you can add a video, you can add audio, you can add a slideshow, which is if you want them to scroll through multiple photos. You have a PDF viewer, which is pretty cool. They can't edit it, like they can't highlight or anything, but it is a great way for them to view a PDF, and you can monitor them and make sure that they're staying active. And live Twitter stream, unfortunately, Twitter is blocked, so I haven't been able to play with that too much. But we're going to click slide, and we're going to go to image. And you could get it from Google Images, Dropbox, Google Drive, but I have it right on my files, so I'm going to click Browse My Files. And I have a folder on my desktop where it saved all those JPEGs. And you can actually just select all of them and click Open. It's going to ask you, would you like to upload them as single slides or a slideshow? A slideshow means the students could scroll through it. I want to have it as single slides so that I can control which slide they see at which time. I'm going to hit single slides. It's going to upload it for me. All right, so there they are. I'm going to delete these boring ones over here because I don't need those anymore. You can select more than one at a time if you hold down your control key on the keyboard. And I'm going to hit delete. Okay, so now I just have my PowerPoint slides. Now it's kind of boring, so we're going to make it more interactive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Add, and I'm going to add an activity. You can add an open-ended question, you can add a poll, you can add a quiz, you can add a draw it. So let's say I'm going to add a poll, and I'm going to use it for my scale. So how well do you understand connotation and denotation? Obviously this is not the most ideal scale, but I'm just showing you an example. All right, so 4 would be I can create a word sort about connotation. This is just showing you some examples. 3, I could identify and sort words based on connotation. So this is a little bit kind of evidence-based here. You get the point here. So we can keep adding answers, and you want to have your level 1s, if you want to have that as your entry level, or if you want to have your 0 as an entry level. You can even add an image. I always like to add funny images. So you click Add Image. You could browse your files. and you can add an image so they can click on it. Just have my little Dumbledore quote right there just because I can. And you're going to hit save. All right, and it adds your little poll here, and you can drag it around. You want it right at the beginning of your presentation. Whatever you have, the beginning slide is going to be what shows up when they click to load it. So I always like to just have it as an introductory slide, and then we'll have an interactive slide second. Now, if you want to add an open-ended question, that's yours right here. You just add the question here. It'll give them a box to type in. They can type pretty much as long as they want. You can add an image there as well. If you want to add a draw it slide, that's my favorite one, you can give them instructions at the top, like circle the word that has a negative connotation. And then I would upload from my images something that had the picture where they would circle it. I don't actually have one, so I'll just pick this picture of Einstein. They're going to circle which one has the negative connotation. All right, and then if you wanted just a blank draw slide, you could have that as well, like draw a picture of the word chef or the word cook and see if it's a more negative or positive connotation, whatever you wanted to do. So blank draw slide, you could have an image back in the background that they can circle or label different parts, like parts of a cell or a map. And then the quiz feature is really cool. You can add as many questions as you want, and it'll grade it automatically. It is limited to multiple choice, but you can have as many answers as you want, and it will give them a grade right away, which is pretty cool. So you can add as many questions as you want, add as many answers as you need as well. And then we have another feature here. So we've gone over the open-ended questions, the poll, the quiz, the draw it, and all of those are shareable with the students. So you can share all the results of these. The quiz results, they'll see their own quiz results, but everything else you can select a student's answers to share with the class, which is a lot of fun. And it's anonymous. And if you want to add web content, if you want to send them to a certain website, like say I wanted them to go to a Padlet, I actually did that on here. So you could just add the Padlet URL right in there and hit save. And then you have your web page here. So say after this slide, I want them to go to the website. So I'm going to drag that over here. Okay. So I tried to show you all the basic features on how to create one. I'm just going to show you how to publish it now. We have to make a title. Let's say practice Nearpod. All right. And then we're going to hit publish. That's the only way you can assign it to a student is by publishing it. So we're going to hit 7th grade. I teach language arts. It's going to go done. Yes, I want to publish it. And it'll be right here. And as soon as it says it'll take a few minutes, as soon as it's done, it'll say publish. There we go. And then if I want to, you can edit it again. It'll just, you can change whatever you need to change and then hit done again. It'll republish it. So that's all I think I need to go over for creating a Nearpod. I will show you how to share a Nearpod in the next video.